Greetings, Southern Cameroonians. Greetings, Ambazonia. This is King Agent. This is something I just witnessed, you know, that just came to my attention that I wanted to talk about, which is a military budget of some countries, some powerful countries in the world. You got Japan that has a budget of 50 billion US dollars for just the military force. UK is 53 billion. Canada is 56, India is 58, Russia is 63 billion US dollars, And you got one other country is 83 billion. China is 168 billion. That's how much is spent just for the military. That's not for just the military budget. And of course, the one that tops it all is the United States with 700 billion US dollars. So why do countries that are powerful have so much money spending their military? Because the military determines how free you are, and it's in a way it not necessarily free, but how powerful you are. For Southern Cameroonians to become powerful and impactful to the nations that it surrounds it, especially the nation known as La Republic du Cameroon, we will have to increase our military budget. Now we have leaders from the interim government who are all talking about the Swiss dialogue and you know, you know, having a conversation on. We've been doing that for the past 50 something years. What have we achieved, Southern Cameroons? What have we really achieved from the inception of our country, Southern Cameroon? We've been talking about negotiation, all type of negotiation, dialogue, and shit. That has taken us nowhere. But since we started this war 3 years ago, it has taken us. It's given us that much freedom, And if we really want complete freedom and complete sovereignty, number one goal that will determine our sovereignty, our independence, is our military power, our military might, our military supremacy, how equipped our soldiers are, what they are carrying to fight the enemy will determine how we win this revolution, how we win this, how we regain our independence, our sovereignty. So I've this stuff is on my Facebook. You could look at it. Japan spent 50 billion US dollars. UK spends 53 billion. It goes on. The United States spends 700 billion US dollars just for the military budget. So for us to win this war, I'm not saying that we have to spend that amount of money, but I'm saying that we will have to put in enough money for our military budget, our military defense, so that our soldiers will have everything that they need. They will have the AK-47, they will have the MK-16 Scar, they will have the, MK-19 grenade machine guns. Those are powerful weapons that when they use against the forces of La Republic, the forces of La Republic will be running into their own country for safety. Military power speaks boldly. It speaks volume. So, Southern Cameroonians, this is the time the diaspora Ambazonian community, DOC, that will be created by Eric Tato. The idea came from Eric Tato, and he put that, make sure that it's put in place. And when we start giving funds, money, contribute, millions of dollars. We're not talking billions, at least millions of dollars that will be used for the military forces of Ambazonia, then the the shift of power, or power will be shifted into the hands of Southern Cameroonian, and we will use that power judiciously to drive the forces out of our territory, out of our land, Ambazonia, and then we will take this war across the Mongol. And that's when the Republic of Cameroon will come on their knees, just like that governor or whoever it is in Northwest was kneeling down lately. In you know the Republic of Cameroon will be on their knees when we put our defense forces with the best equipment to face the forces of the Republic. This is what we need to do, not the Swiss dialogue. The Swiss dialogue, yeah, they can make noise all they want, but King H give a shit about the forces of Ambazonia having the best equipment, the best military equipment that they need to fight the forces of Republic. And when we achieve this within 2 years or a year from now, when we achieve this, you will see the difference of how dialogue is being done. We will not rush and beg for dialogue. The Republic of Cameroon will rush and beg for dialogue from us. The war has started. We're not backing down. We're not backing down. We're not asking them. We're not begging them. We didn't start the war. They did. All we need to do is equip our forces with better weapons. Better weapons. And that is what the diaspora Ambazonian community would do. Dog. That's what they would do. And it would take. Dog is gonna, it's gonna revolutionize this revolution, in a sense that we wouldn't have so much infighting with these so-called leaders, who are not even for the revolution, but for their own personal interest. So, I can say this. Dark is the future, Southern Cameroonians. And you will see the change being implemented as soon as this program is put in place. And we will crush the forces of the Republic and drive them out of our motherland. This is King Eju, and I'm out.